You were convinced that Bitcoin was the real deal. And then suddenly it just changed. You became Memecoin Jesus. Like, what happened there?
So actually, I'm still a Bitcoin maximalist.
Oh, so you agree with me when I say everything goes to zero against BTC?
Most things do. I think 99.99999% of things do. Doge actually is doing pretty well versus BTC on like longer time frames, which is an exception. But yeah, I mean, as when it comes to money, currency, store of value,
Right.
you know, I'm all about BTC. I've been not financial advice, of course, but I've been advocating for barbell strategy where you have BTC on one end and meme coins on the other end, and you avoid everything in the middle, just like essentially a right curve play, left curve play,
Right.
and you avoid the mid curve track. And I think this has actually performed very well this year. You know.
So, but what made you to be like, okay, I'm still a Bitcoin maxi, but because a lot of people that are Bitcoin maxis, they mostly don't even see value in memes. It's like you have guys like Max Kaiser, who I used to follow very closely when I was just getting into the space. They haven't changed. Their position is literally still the same. They're like, okay, everything else is a scam, Bitcoin only, not even Ethereum, not even Solana, nothing. Like, how did you make that adjustment to be like completely going from Bitcoin and then you went fully some left curve stuff, you know, some of it right curve? Like, what was the jump there? Because mostly people would say, like, okay, maybe not Bitcoin, but Ethereum and all these other tech plays.
Yes. So, you know, there is an interesting concept called the horseshoe theory.
The horseshoe.
And it actually shows that the things that are
supposed to be sleeping now.
Well, it actually shows that the things that are the polar opposites are actually more similar than they are. They're actually more similar than they are different. What do I mean by that? You know, BTC, you can argue, is the original meme coin. It's the original cult.
Right.
It's the original hardcore community. It's the new financialized, almost like a neo tribe, a new digital movement, right?
Right.
And so because of these things, BTC has showed us the recipe of what it takes to build an amazing digital community, you know? And because of that, my whole theory is actually this, right?
Yeah.
The tech or the memes, that's actually not quite as important. What's important is the community.
Right.
And if you actually study the past altcoin cycles and you identify the craziest communities, the biggest winners, multi-cycle runners, who comes to mind, right? BTC, ETH, Cardano, Ripple, Doge, and you have to ask yourself, all these things having, because some of these are software based, some of them are meme based, right?
Yeah.
You have to ask yourself, what do they have in common? And the thing that they have in common is that they have an extremely hardcore, passionate community.
Yeah.
Right? And my thesis is, which meme coins are the most BTC-like? You see?
Yeah.
And my thesis is the coins that are going to be most BTC-like are going to end up being the winners.
Right. So let's extrapolate a little bit. So coins that are BTC-like will win in the long run.
Yes.
Now, what about XRP is Bitcoin-like?
Yeah. So the one thing they have in common, even though they're completely different, is that they have an incredibly passionate, diehard community.
Yeah. True.
Now, you can argue that the BTC community is enlightened monetary theorists, and XRP community is a bunch of like sub 70 IQ kind of retail.
Is that what you're saying about
clueless
the
people?
XRP community?
You know what I mean, right? But it ultimately doesn't matter.
Yep.
What actually matters is the passion, right? What matters is the passion. What matters is the belief. What matters is the delusion.
Yeah.
And because at the end of the day, these tokens, they are actually a representation of people.
Yeah.
People that are united by financial incentives around the token, right? And so my whole thesis is, let me look at memes. Let me find the Ripple, Cardano, and Link of the memes. Let me find the BTC of the memes, right? In terms of which one are the cultiest, which one are the most hardcore, which one are the most passionate, right? And so I study the people, I study their holding behavior on chain, I study how decentralized it is, and I study the kind of media and memes that they put out on Twitter, on YouTube, etc. And I try to find like these crazy cults, because I think the crazy cults, they have sticky participation.
Yep.
They have people who wake up in the morning and they just chill, and they will like work hard as hell, and like they are delusionally bullish. And that's the energy you need.
The ARP community has been doing this since the beginning of time, and it's insane. Like